Hello, Dr. Jeffrey Mark here. I'd like to finish our series on Optimize Your Energy, addressing fatigue, low energy, and stress. In this final segment, I'd like to review with you the third myth on resolving these issues, outline a strategy, and offer a mentorship program. We'll also do a brief update on monoclonal antibodies and COVID-19. The third myth I'd like to mention is the myth to employ strategies as needed to address the causes to resolve fatigue, low energy, and stress. The reality is that a systems approach is needed. Follow the correct sequence of steps to resolve fatigue, low energy, and stress. You need to follow the correct sequence of steps, a systems approach, but the steps may need to be repeated on reassessment to resolve fatigue, low energy, and stress. A systematic approach means a rational step-by-step sequence allows for reproducible results, follows a proven successful system that reaches the desired goal, and accounts for individual needs. I found that a 5-step process is the most effective. Remove the exposures or eliminate the infection, overgrowth, or imbalance. Replenish nutrients, deficiencies, energy reserves. Reinoculate the microbiome. Repair the involved organs or tissue to allow for detoxification. Rebalance the lifestyle, stressors, sleep. To start, you want to evaluate all the possible causes, going through the history, examinations, and labs with a fine-tooth comb, organizing the history exam and symptoms in order to analyze for causes. Removing the identified toxic or immune-provoking exposures after a thorough analysis is the first step. Examples include heavy metals, chemical toxins, molds, infections, allergies, negative emotional patterns, and electromagnetic frequencies. Replacing or replenishing nutrients, deficiencies, or energy reserves may be part of the second step or done as a second part, or started initially concurrently with the first step. Here are some examples of deficiencies to replace. Lifestyle habits such as sleep, food, water. All nutrients such as vitamins and minerals. Mitochondria, immune intolerance, including sensitivities. All hormones, adrenals, thyroid, and sex hormones. Optimizing the involved organs or tissues and detoxification need to be done before detoxification. This includes in the intestinal and microbiome system, the hepatic biliary system, the kidney urinary system, the skin and lymphatic system, and the brain lymphatic microglia system. In order to resolve fatigue, low energy, or stress, you need to undergo a system that remedies all causes, is personalized, and is rationally thought out and has a successful track record. In our programs, we have emphasized optimized energy to resolve fatigue, low energy, and stress by giving guidance through the functional medicine matrix, giving a map to navigate to faster resolution, and having more lasting energy. Optimizing energy means you can wake up energized in the morning, ready to accomplish the day's goals, achieve the next level of career success, be present and fully engaged with your family and loved ones, and spend more time with children or loved ones, and avoid wasting 2 months of the year from fatigue and being non-productive. One pearl that I found is to reach your goals in the most efficient manner is to find a mentor or guide who has accomplished what you want through a system that works. This has been true of people seeking to speak better, hiring an accomplished speaker, a music student trying to learn an instrument from a professional performer, and a golfer learning from a PGA Tour player. A mentor can save you time by avoiding failure that they've experienced, guiding you to the fastest, most efficient path to the goal, and use a system that has worked with many different people. So at this point, I've shared with you the 3 broad categories of causes for fatigue, low energy, and stress. We went through the importance of complete history taking, labs, and analyzing symptoms. And just now we can review the 5-step process as part of a system to optimize energy. If you want to optimize energy, resolve fatigue or low energy or stress, you can use what I've shown you or continue to do the things that you're currently doing, or call 925-736-9828 or email info@jeffreymarkmd.com for a consultation to get an evaluation, have a customized plan created for your goal, and membership and mentorship and support. People have tried to do it themselves, often following the steps of starting with their primary care physician, then doing online research and book reading, then listening to summits and podcasts, and then seeing natural and functional practitioners. We can help you with a system that can save you time, provide education, and provide ongoing mentorship and support. So call us to help optimize your energy, resolve fatigue, low energy, or stress. So call us at 925-736-9828 or email us at info@jeffreymarkmd. So moving on to an update on a possible treatment for COVID-19 and also a possible preventative measure, I want to discuss with you Eli Lilly's promising monoclonal antibody. We make antibodies to infectious agents such as the coronavirus. The initial use of antibodies was from taking plasma from survivors of an infection we are trying to treat to transfuse into a sick patient so antibodies from the donor can neutralize the infectious particles or infectious agents in the recipient. The problem is that the plasma may contain a mix of antibodies, some more effective and some more helpful than others, and in different concentrations. So while the survivor has the cells to make more antibodies and adjust the amounts in a reinfection, the recipient can only passively receive the antibodies as is. So what Eli Lilly did, and how monoclonal antibodies are usually made and utilized, is to take the most effective antibodies that have been created by the survivors and clone high concentrations of them so that a very effective treatment is created. The antibody from Eli Lilly is called LY-CoV555, and it binds very effectively to the coronavirus. The first article I want to show you is from Science, which describes a trial of 452 patients with mild to moderate SARS-CoV-2 diagnosed within 3 days of enrollment and who were not hospitalized. They received the LY-CoV555 antibody in 3 different dosages. 5 of 302 patients who received the drug ended up with hospitalization, which is 1.7%. But 9 of the 150 placebo patients, those that did not receive the antibody, ended up in the hospitals, meaning 6%. So there was a 72% reduction of risk of being hospitalized for patients who received the antibody versus those who received the placebo. So if you carry out the math, this means you would need to treat 23 people to prevent 1 hospitalization. The drug would have to be given subcutaneously or intravenously as an outpatient to prevent hospitalization. The drug produced no serious side effects per the company reports. Interestingly, only the middle dose of the antibody reached the trial's primary goal, which is a significant reduction of the load of coronavirus in the blood of patients after 11 days. Lower and higher doses did not meet this mark. So more research is obviously needed, and plans for a larger 800-patient trial is pending. In a related article, the NIH is looking to enroll participants in 2 phase 3 trials to test if using monoclonal antibodies can prevent infection by SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus. Many of the investigators are part of the COVID-19 Prevention Network, recently established by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and the National Institutes of Health. According to the NIH press release, one trial is being conducted jointly by the NIAID and trial sponsor Regeneron Pharmaceuticals of Tarrytown, New York, It will evaluate Regeneron's investigational double monoclonal antibody combination, REGN-COV2, which is designated to bind to 2 points on the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein and prevent it from entering healthy cells. The trial will enroll approximately 2,000 asymptomatic adults who are household contacts of persons with SARS-CoV-2 infection. Participants must have been in close contact, typically due to residing at the same address or residence, with the infected person in a 96-hour window preceding administration of either Regeneron REGN-COV2 antibody or placebo. In addition to assessing safety, the trial will seek to define whether REGN-COV2, the antibody, can prevent infection or disease symptoms in those already infected. The efficacy assessment will be 1 month period following administration of REGN-COV2 or the antibody or the placebo. All trial participants will be followed for safety for 7 months after efficacy assessment period ends. A second trial sponsored by Eli Lilly and Company of Indianapolis, Indiana, which we talked about just above, and implemented in collaboration with NIAID, will evaluate LY-CoV555, the monoclonal antibody we just talked about, that's isolated from recovered COVID-19 patients by scientists at AbCellera, which is in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and the NIAID Vaccine Research Center, and is developed by Eli Lilly and Company, as we discussed above. This trial will assess whether LY-CoV555 can prevent SARS-CoV-2 infection among people at high risk of exposure due to residing or working in skilled nursing or assisted living facilities within 1 week of identification of a case of SARS-CoV-2 infection at the facility. Study investigators will enroll trial volunteers and evaluate the prevention, efficacy, and safety of LY-CoV555 compared to placebo over an 8-week period. The trial will also evaluate efficacy in preventing symptoms of a given severity in those already infected. Participants will continue to be followed for safety for an additional 16 weeks. Up to 2,400 participants will be randomized to receive intravenous infusion of either LY-CoV555 or placebo. So therefore, monoclonal antibodies may be a potential treatment option and perhaps a preventative measure as well. Some monoclonal antibodies can last for months, so that they may possibly be used as a temporary vaccination to be protective against COVID-19, and may be an alternative if vaccines are not available, although pricing may be a factor. I'll keep you up to date as we get more information. If you have comments, questions, or want to learn how functional medicine can help with improving your gut, maintaining brain health, and optimizing immune function, call our office at area code 925-736-9828 or email info@jeffreymarkmd.com. For more information on supplements to boost your immune system, click on this link or the link below, or call the office at area code 925-736-9828 or email info@jeffreymarkmd.com. So take care and stay healthy.